It's Destiny and Lori. It's Lori and Destiny. Desi's vlog.
Today we're going to,
this morning
we are going to talk about school and how important it is.
Don't listen to her. She's about. She regrets it.
I do regret it. I mean, I wish I would have stayed in school right now. I'm going through a hard time. I can't find a job. I don't have the money for my GED. And it's just really hard, you know, like, yeah, you want to drop out, but once you get to the point of dropping, when you get to the point of dropping out, you're home all the time, you're bored. I mean, you're worrying about...
You text people at school?
Well, I don't because...
Yes, you do.
Well, sometimes, but I sleep most of the time.
And you have the bad on, huh?
But school, I mean, it is very important. Most of the classes are really boring. You want to fall asleep. I fell asleep in a lot of them. Keep your grades up. I mean, I had straight A's until I was in fifth grade. Once I hit sixth grade, you know, I got A's and B's and then a C. And then I moved in with my mom, and, you know, like, she didn't really push me as hard as my dad did. And so my grades are flipping. Ever since the middle of sixth grade, I've been a straight F student. Which is a bad deal. I mean,
I'm an AB student.
I don't know how I made it to my sophomore year, but...
You're not a sophomore.
Yeah, I am. I'm half sophomore, half freshman. Well, I was. But, I don't know how I made it, but I did.
Just, like, study things that you, like, think are interesting, like, here...
Well, I don't have a lot of interesting things to study for at school. One class I love, just because the teacher was pretty fun. It was marketing and business and entrepreneurship. It was all from the same people, and you know, it was pretty cool. You know, like, I had fun with it all. And I mean, if you have, I mean, really, it's a pretty cool school. I mean, they changed it's really big. For a small town with 1,000 students in high school, it's pretty crazy. But they did change the rules. But there's new rules this year where we can have our phones out during, like, lunch and passing periods. And some teachers actually like to have their phones out during school. Mr. Batten, my favorite teacher, he would, as long as we were doing our work, doing our work, you know, we were allowed to have our phones out. You know, like, we'd be out texting while he was teaching. But that's not the point. The point is, hey, I'll click this in 3D. Shut up. The point is that you need an education.
Don't take music here. It's fun, but, like, it can be, like, crazy. Like, the class can be fun.
I don't know. I was going to take music, but they were full, they said. So,
no, they're not. They're accepting new students.
Well, at the beginning of the year, they told me they were full. That's crazy.
But yeah, like, okay. Oh. Sorry. Like, you can take computer textiles, you can take computers. And I'm in computers right now. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I have computers. One thing. This device right here, it's horrible. I'd stay off of it because it leads you to, you're going to always be focused on it. You're not going to want to focus on school. Right, Lori? You're not going to want to focus on school, you know? You're going to be like, oh my gosh, my phone's vibrating in my pocket or wherever.
I don't have it on I have it on all sounds off, and I check it every once in a while.
And I always have mine on
I still have good grades, though.
I always have mine on vibrate, but, uh-oh. And, yeah, I mean, it's just a bad deal, like, the phones, everything. I mean, keep your grades up. I mean, you want to, like, I mean, if you want to go to college, you know, you need to keep your grades.
But, like, I have to keep the A's and B's. I need to keep as many A's, because then I get a good scholarship. And I don't have to pay, like, $1,500
for a semester in college.
I'm going to
what? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like where you go and you learn, like, assistant.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm thinking about going ahead and this ITT Tech, you can go like, or it's not ITT Tech, it's something, and you can go from it's between the ages 16 and 24, and it's right after you get your GED. You can go in and do college, which that'll help me. I mean, if I do decide to do that, I mean, I gotta live, right? So, but don't be like me and drop out. Um,
Ignore it.
yeah, it's like
I am texting someone and just
I'm getting distracted, which that's why phones are a bad thing.
pay attention.
Yeah, another thing is, pay attention in school. Listen to what your teachers have to say, because, you may say, oh, you're wrong, oh, I hate my teacher. In the long run, you're going to be like, oh, I should have listened to my teachers, they know what's best for me. What else, Corey? We're in school, not me.
Don't like start fights.
Don't start fights.
I got in a fight. It wasn't like really good.
Yeah, don't, because like you focus on like, oh, okay, yeah, you're gonna hate people, but don't fight with them. Don't pay attention to them, because if you pay attention to them at school, you get distracted. You're not focusing on your classes, your grades, whatever. You're more focused on that person and what they think.
I look like a doll.
Don't pay attention to what other people think of you. Who cares? You go to school in sweats with your hair up and a t-shirt. I don't care.
Don't pay attention.
Just go to school and learn, I mean, school's to get an education. It's not to make a fashion statement or just hang out with your friends. Seeing your friends is an advantage. Seeing your friends is an advantage, and you're supposed to go to learn. And a lot of people, like, they take advantage of it, Schools, teachers don't have to be there, okay? I used to go in whenever I was in 5th grade and help this elementary teacher. She was my 3rd grade teacher, and then she moved to elementary teacher whenever I was in 5th grade. She was having one of those bad days, the kids weren't listening, and I was in 8th grade, so I'd go in there and, I'd help her out. Well, she had all the kids sitting on the carpet, and they couldn't play because they were in trouble. And I straight told the teacher, I was like, can I say something? No. She's like, sure. I was like, your teacher does not have to be here. I was like, she's here to help you guys. I was like, it is your choice on how you act, but you can sit here all day and go over your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s, whatever they are, whatever your teacher wants to do. And she doesn't have to let you have recess. She doesn't have to let you have free time. I was like, she doesn't have to be there she doesn't have to be there. She can be at home with her son and her husband, but she decides to come in and help you students, I mean, it's your choice, people. I mean, you can't learn all this stuff on your own. You may shut up. You may be able to, might say, give me a book and I'll learn it. It's really not.
I'm being a brat right now. Sorry.
It's really not that easy just getting a book and trying to learn it on yourself. I mean, I miss school a lot because I was always sick, and I've had to have multiple surgeries. No teachers would help me. They'd be like, oh, here's the book, learn to do it. I felt those classes, of course. But, you just gotta be careful. I mean, go to school and get your education, learn. Don't focus on what other people say, and don't be a dropout like I am.
I feel your text like that. How about that?
I'm not texting. No, I'm not.
No, I feel your hands against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, that's all I gotta say. Well, you gotta say anything else? Okay, well, I'm Destiny.
Boy.
And this is our vlog.
Bye.